everybody, it's Super Saturday. Welcome to Life with Annie. And today we're going to do a really simple soup. And I kind of got this idea from Mama. I was going to do a different kind of soup today, and I got to thinking, Mama makes this all the time. She makes just individual little servings for her. So I thought, I'll just make a big batch because I love it too. So we're doing potato soup today. And of course, y'all know when I make my soup, sometimes I double the recipe so that I have some to freeze. So that's what I'm going to do again today. But you need very few ingredients. And you need potatoes, water, milk, butter, and salt and pepper to taste. Now, when Mama makes her potato soup, she puts onion in it. So I'm going to add onion to ours. And I'm going to do a little bit of the way she does hers and a little bit of the way I'm going to do mine. So hopefully it'll be a good potato soup when it's all done. So I'm doing, the recipe calls for 2 pounds, which is about 6 medium. I'm doing, and these are russet potatoes, I'm doing 4 pounds roughly, give or take. And so I'm just peeling them up. And I'm gonna cut them up into smaller pieces, and then we'll get them cooking. All right, we got 3 more to do. And I just wanted to mention something to y'all. I see this a lot, and I try my best to catch them and block them when I see them. A lot of times, you know, people, for whatever reason, will put a picture of their profile and they're saying that they're either got a military suit on, uniform on, or a doctor's jacket, or a fireman's jacket or something. They're not that person. And they will comment under people's comments saying, oh, you have a pretty smile, send me a friend request. Please don't do that. They're trolls. And I just I know y'all probably know that, but somebody may not. And I just wanted to let y'all know that when I see them, I do block them, but don't respond to them, just ignore them. It's sad that people have to be that way. That happened to someone Matt used to know years ago, and she fell for it, and he ended up wiping her out of all her money. So that's all they're doing it for. And they're not who they are in that picture, trust me. So just be careful of that. If you see it, ignore it. When I see them, I try to take care of it, but sometimes they do it in the middle of the night when I don't see it. So just wanted to give y'all a heads up on that. Okay, we've got 1 more potato. And I tell you, these soups have been really good because, so I've got several soup containers in my freezer, the different ones that we've made. And earlier in the week, I wasn't feeling that great. So I think it was Monday. I just woke up and I wasn't feeling well, so I did not eat anything that day. And the next day, although I felt a little bit better, I knew I needed to eat something. So I went into the freezer and I pulled out one of the lunchroom vegetable soup containers, and I defrosted it in my microwave, and I ate every bit of it, and it was so good. And it's just good to have those kind of things when you're put away, so that when you're not feeling your best, you can know that you have something in the freezer that you can eat that would be good for you and give you a little bit of strength and all that. So I was glad to have my soups in the freezer. So I'm going to rinse off my potatoes here real quick. Off my knife as well. We still have to cut up some onion. So it's really nice here today. Hope y'all can hear me. Really nice. We're going to work outside. Here real quick. And so I thought I would get this soup started. I started to do it in a crock pot. I've never made potato soup in a crock pot, but I thought we're going to be here, so I'll just put it on Keep my eye on it. All right. So I've got my big Dutch oven here, and I'm just going to cut these up in kind of, you know, just kind of chunks, because you don't want your potatoes to disintegrate when you're cooking them. Now, the way Mama does hers, she said, she doesn't do it like everybody else. She makes like little individual potato soups, and she will make, she will take a couple of little bitty small potatoes, the kind of size that Matt would grow, and she will put those in a little saucepan with water and onion. And she says, don't bring me none of your potato because mine's mostly onion. So she puts a little potato in with her onion soup, I guess. I will still take her some of this because I want her to taste it and see. But so she does little single servings, and she'll put her water, her onion, her potatoes in there. And she says she doesn't drain the water off, but then again, she's not putting that much water in there for just a couple of potatoes, because that's about what she makes. And she puts a lot of onion in it. She boils hers up. She adds a little milk, and she adds the butter and I guess salt and pepper to hers. So we're going to kind of do that, sort of, but a little bit different. So I'm going to cut all these potatoes up, peel my onions, and we'll come back and we'll get the potatoes cooking, and we will hopefully have some good potato soup by the end of the day. All right, I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, y'all, so I'm ready to get the potatoes boiling, so I'm going to cover them with cold water. Okay, and we'll set these over here. And get those going. And then I'm going to cut up some of the onion. And I wasn't quite sure how much onion to put. I like onion, so I mean, if I get a lot, that's fine. If I don't put that much, that's fine. You can always add some onion to the top of your soup if you want to. So I rinsed these off earlier, so I'll rinse them again when I get them peeled. But like I say, Mama puts her onions right in there when she does her potatoes, but she doesn't like cook them as long as I'm going to cook these. She's got a lot less. She just uses a small saucepan, and she makes it quite a bit for herself. She loves it, so I thought, you know, let's do potato soup this week. All right. So I want to give a little shout out to one of my followers. When we did our little craft event, where we paint, my sisters and Mama came over and we painted those white trees. I think we called it Starry Night Tree or something. Well, she sent me a message and said that she was getting a group of ladies, I think from her church, and they were going to all meet on October 1st. And I think she said she asked them to all bring a bag of lunch, and they were going to watch the video and paint my Starry Night Tree. And y'all, she sent me a couple of pictures last week. It just made my heart so happy that she thought enough of that activity, and they're all standing there with their paintings, and I was just so proud. I was proud as a peacock that she did that, and I appreciate that so much. And Mama was tickled, so I sent a message with the pictures to my sister's phone so she could show Mama, because they were together that day. And we were just tickled that someone actually did that. So thank you for that. So anytime y'all want to do, if y'all like try a recipe or do anything that we do and you want to share it on the page, go right ahead. I had another follower this past week who kind of took that same craft event thing, and she had a couple of children coming over, and she went and made little craft, I don't know if she had them in a little basket or what, but their supplies, and they decorated some little mini tree houses. Well, they're tree houses, but they did them up for like Halloween, and she sent me a picture of that, and I was like, wow, that just is so, makes me feel so warm and cozy that people actually like to watch and, you know, enjoy some of the things that I do. Because I'm not a professional anything. I just get on here and do the things that I would do in everyday life, I guess. I don't have a lighting director, a makeup person, a set designer, a cleanup person. So I can just relate to probably most of y'all out there, and nothing fancy. So, but I appreciate all y'all being here, watching, and commenting. It's just a great thing. All right, but I digress. I've got one more onion because I'm starting to tear up a little bit because the onion's a little bit strong. These are Matt's homegrown onions, and I'm gonna be sad when we use the last one. I've got a nice little basket over there of them, but they I'll be sad to see them go. And our cabbage that we planted, well, when I got sick earlier in the week, I forgot about them, and I didn't even think to remind Matt to water them. He said we may lose some of them, but we still have some, so hopefully maybe some of them will survive. I don't know, I got some kind of little bug or something. All right, so I'm gonna rinse off our onion real quick. Rinse off my knife. Okay, so I'm going to cut these up, and I may throw them into the water closer to when the potatoes are done so that I don't lose all of the texture and flavor of the onion. So I'll start cutting these up, and we'll be back when this is boiling, and we'll figure out what we're going to do next. Okay, as y'all can see, the potatoes are back there boiling, and here I have our onions cut up. So when the potatoes are fork tender, we'll finish this up. I got my cute little fall goblet out. Okay, so we're back. So my potatoes are about fork tender. Unlike Mama, I am going to strain off some of this water, not all of it, but some of it. So I've got my strainer here. Y'all, that's our ice maker. Left a little bit of water in there with those potatoes. And she would have a duck cow. She'd say, no, leave that water. But I'm doing it a little bit different. Pour the rest of the potatoes in. And then we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in my onions. Let me grab my spoon here real quick. Do I want to use? I'll just use my little soup thing. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in all these onions. Matt, I don't know if you want to come a little closer or if they can see this well enough. And then, and I would say if you're going to add onions, that was probably 2 medium or 1 large onion is what I put in there, which is not part of this recipe. It's just the way Mama does it. And then it calls for 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm doubling it, so I've got a whole stick here, which is 8 tablespoons. We'll put in there. Get that down in there, kind of melting. And then we're going to need, for me, 6 cups of whole milk. And I've got a couple of 3 pints here, so I'm going to put 2.5 pints. So if you do the individual recipe, it's 2 pounds of potatoes, water covered to cook your potatoes, 3 cups of whole milk, 4 tablespoons of butter, and salt and pepper to taste. Which, let me get my salt and pepper out. All right, I got my pepper here. My sister, I would have to do salt first, or she would have a duck cow also. And I'm gonna put a good little bit of salt for the potatoes. You can add more later. And I like a lot of pepper in mine too. Okay. I get a lot of questions about these. These are from Amazon. I get a lot of questions about these too. These are the freezer containers that I use, or storage containers. I order these from Amazon. You can get different configurations. Sometimes I get the multiple sizes, the large ones, the small ones, and then these medium ones. I think these are probably, what, about a 2 cup? And these are the lids. So this is what I put mine in the freezer. So here is our, pretty much our potato soup. I'm going to put it back on the stove and let it simmer till the onions are soft. The potatoes will get a little bit softer. And the butter will melt. And I'm excited. So I don't know that I've made this in forever. And I will take some to Mama. Hopefully she will be proud. She will let me know, though. She will let me know. All right, so there is our, grab my little gloves. Our soup. I'm going to turn the burner back on lower. And then I will cover this and let it just kind of simmer really low. So we're fixing to head out and do some yard work. So this will be good. On the burner, really low, and then I will probably even cover it just to keep all that moisture in. And I'll come back and show y'all the finished soup. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great Saturday afternoon. Hope you enjoyed our Super Saturday, and we'll see you again real soon. Thanks for watching.